Good afternoon. I hope this is a great day for you. I am so thankful to be here. This is Point of View with Miss Shirley Polk. Today, which is Tuesday, the 27th of August in the year 2024. And today, if Elder Davis were yet walking among us, we will be celebrating his birthday today. I tell you, I miss him so much, but I know that God has a plan for each of our lives, and we have certain times for certain things, and so we accept those things, and we know that there is a true and living God, and we have to deal with them, and He will comfort us and give us the guidance that we need in order to make it through the changes in our lives. That's why today I'm talking about, is it always good to stay the course? So we're going to talk about that. Is it always good to stay the course? So I found some information, but it's not quite like what I want it to be. But I'm going to go ahead and use some of it. I don't know what I'm going to stay on the whole hour today, but I am just so glad that you are with me, dear God. As I sit before you to speak, I pray to you that my soul you will keep. And if I should die before I finish, I pray to you, dear God, in the name of Jesus, that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. So, what does it mean? We're talking about staying the course. We're going to talk about what that means and how to stay the course. Should we always stay the course? Understanding stay the course, the idiom meaning, and its origin and its usage. So let's just see about this. Understanding the idiom. We're in cross crossidioms.com. If this page were that right here, it's bringing up some more stuff, so I don't even know whether I'm going to get to read the whole thing or not. About these idioms, I might not get to read it because I know some of these pages, and I don't really blame them because we use their information. So they want us to subscribe to their pages. This is crossidioms.com. Crossidioms.com. Try to get all these ads out of here. So, like I said, I think I already said, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you are blessed. Well, measure well. If you're living, you're blessed. And I believe it's above measure because there are so many people would like to have the blessings that we have, and they just don't have them. Understanding the idiom stay the course, meaning, origin, and usage. Okay, let me do what I need to do here. And I am live today. I'm just not uh, doing the video today. I know you see me quite often. Sometimes it's not good to always be on camera. I feel like that. When faced with challenges or obstacles, it can be tempting to give up or change direction. However, sometimes the best course of action is to stay focused on your original plan and persevere until you reach your goal. So this is where the idiom stay the course comes into play. This is where the idiom stay the course comes into play. So this is playing with me here today. It's doing some things that I'm not happy about. So in essence, stay the course means to continue on a predetermined path despite difficulties or setbacks. It implies a sense of determination and commitment to seeing something through until its completion. The phrase can be applied in various contexts, from personal goals to business strategies. Throughout history, many leaders have used the phrase as a rallying cry for their followers during times of adversity. For example, President George W. Bush famously, I just had a pop up here. Let me get it out of the way. Just had a pop up here. One of these pop ups. I don't know when I'm done. They will do this or not. Because they are certainly interfering. Okay, stay the course. And this is good because I wanted to give this meaning of stay the course. It just might that is not going to go to places. Okay, I might be able to get them here and there. So, in essence, stay the course means to continue on a predetermined path despite difficulties or setbacks. And my question is, should we stay the course in spite of? Should we always stay the course? Now, you know I have my point of view about that. All right, I have had to change to my phone, so I'm going to get out of this other one. So I am using my phone now because the computer shut down on me. But I am here. I am here. Thank God for more than one way to be on here to talk to you. So we're talking about the idiom stay the course, and it's talk stay the course and stick to your guns. That was some of the uh, what we were talking about. Stick to your guns, and they all kind of mean the same thing. Stay the course, keep on track, stick to your guns. Now, in politics, stay the course may refer to maintaining a particular policy or approach regardless of public opinion or pressure from opponents. It can also be used as a rallying cry. Oh, yes, it can also be used as a rallying cry. Let me make sure that my phone is up here. I just want to make sure nothing else happens here that tries to take me off course because I'm talking about stay the course and I'm staying the course because I have a webcast to present and I want to relay this information. And this information right here is from crossidioms.com, and it's talking about stay the course, talking about keep on track, talking about stick to your guns. All these mean the same thing, okay? They just use different words. So, is it always good to stay the course? Is it always good in every situation, no matter what, to stay the course? I'm asking you that because I've already got my mind made up, my point of view. What is your point of view? Please share it with me in here. So in politics, stay the course. We've talked about that. Now, synonyms, antonyms, cultural insights for the idiom stay the course. So when we talk about staying the course, it means to continue with a plan or a goal despite obstacles and despite challenges. And some synonyms for the phrase include persevering, persisting, sticking to one's guns, and keeping on track. Okay, so these are synonyms. So, on the other hand, some antonyms include giving up, quitting, changing direction, or abandoning ship. So the concept of staying the course has deep roots in American culture. It's often associated with determination and grit, qualities that are highly valued in American society. So we have to really think about this. We have to really be careful because each individual is different. And people, many times, they look at everybody, put everybody in the same category and think everybody can do and take something that everybody else can, but it's not like that. So, is it always good to stay the course? Okay, that's the question. However, it is important to note that not all cultures view perseverance as a positive trait. No, we're learning something here. In some Eastern cultures, such as Japan or China, where group harmony is emphasized over individual achievement, giving up may be seen as more honorable than continuing on an unfruitful path. Now, I can understand that. I really can. So, by exploring these different perspectives on staying the course across cultures and languages, we can better understand how idioms reflect cultural values and beliefs. See, if we hadn't gone into this today, we wouldn't know what China and Japan thought about it in some ways. So here are practical exercises for the idiom stay the course. In order to fully grasp the meaning of the idiom stay the course, It's important to practice using it in various contexts. So, by doing so, you can gain a deeper understanding of how this phrase can be used in everyday conversation and writing. One practical exercise to write a short story or essay using stay the course as a central theme. This will allow you to explore different scenarios where someone might need to stay committed and persevere through challenges. You could also try incorporating other idioms or expressions related to determination and resilience. Another exercise is to have conversations with friends or colleagues where you use stay the course in different ways. And if this is a good practice here in whatever, if we're learning new phrases, new words, practice them so that we can get used to using them and get them, uh, is it, well, get them into our vocabulary. We can expand our vocabulary. And this is a good practice here. So, another exercise to have conversations with your friends and with your colleagues where you stay the course in different ways. So, for example, you could discuss a project at work that requires staying focused and not giving up when faced with obstacles, or you could talk about personal goals that require persistence and dedication. I like this. Boy, don't we get into some good old deep conversations here? And now, finally, reading articles and books that use stay the course can help reinforce your understanding of its meaning and usage. Look, for example, in news stories, self help books, or even fiction novels where characters must stay committed despite adversity. And sometimes you can get into a situation, have a project, or something where you have to stay that course. And I know I said it in just a little different way closer to the beginning of the webcast, but sometimes you have to stay on that course and go through that course in order to get to where you need to go. And if you need to drop something or let something go, sometimes you have to go through that course in order to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Even if you have, when you go through it, then you look back and then you do some things that you need to do. But getting through it is the most important thing, okay? So by practicing these exercises regularly, like staying the course in your own writing and your conversations, also develop a deeper appreciation for the powerful idiom's ability to inspire perseverance and determination. Now, here are common mistakes to avoid when using the idiom stay the course. So when using idioms in conversation or writing, it's important to understand the meaning and usage. And that is so true. I try my best to understand the meanings and look something up. And, we've said things for years and never truly known the meaning of what we were saying. We're just saying it because that is something that we've had in our conversation from ever since we can remember. But then sometimes it's good to stop and look these words up and see what the true meaning of them is. I know our understanding is when we use them in our conversations, from coming up and being around people who use these. But sometimes we need to take a deeper look at these meanings, and then we could get even more out of knowing what the meaning of it is. So, mistake number one: misunderstanding the meaning. A common mistake when using this idiom is misunderstanding its meaning. Some may interpret it as blindly following a plan without considering alternative options. However, staying the course requires determination and resilience while also being open to adapting and adjusting as needed. There we go. There we go. Okay? Adjusting and adapting as needed. Okay? Because sometimes we cannot just go straight through and, just headlong into it because we have a plan to get into it and get through it. Sometimes we have to make alterations on these plans. Sometimes we have to do it while we're on that course. So I like this misunderstanding the meaning. And I must read this again. However, staying the course requires determination and resilience. That's a word that we quite often use, okay, and talk about. While also being open to adapting and adjusting as needed. And I talk about this in for life in general, whatever part of our life we are on a course in, we need to sometimes make adjustments. We need to be planning to do something different along the way. It determines what's happening during the course, okay? What's happening along the way in the course, okay? So we have to really, really use common sense. Common sense. Yes, we do. Then here's the mistake number two, overusing the phrase. Another mistake is overusing this idiom in conversation or writing. While it can be an effective way to convey perseverance, using it too frequently can become repetitive and lose its impact. Yeah, we need to know how we should use it, how often we should use it, when we should not use it, when we should use something else. So it's all working out. I like this, okay? Here's a mistake, misunderstanding the meaning. Take time to fully understand what stay the course means before using it in conversation or writing. This is just common knowledge, okay? Overusing the phrase, vary your language, and use other phrases that convey perseverance instead of relying solely on stay the course. How about that? So this right here, like I said, is crossidioms.com. So I'm going to go to another. I'm going to stay the course. And here, right here, I'm in Michelle Gibbings.com. And I liked what she had here, Michelle Gibbings.com. And this was posted in 2017, but like this is just as good for us today as it was when she posted this on September 21st of 2017 and talking about staying the course. Here we go. She said, with every new project, idea, or development you aim to get off the ground, there will be challenges. And we have to understand this, that there will be challenges. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's easy to get excited about something that's new. We get swept up in the initial enthusiasm for the benefits uh, the change will bring. Don't we get excited when we start some kind of project, when we start something new? We're excited about it. And then have you ever gotten down the line while you were working on it and thinking, hmm, that is not working, but I have to stay the course no matter what. So I can't make changes because if I do, then people will think I'm a failure if I change it. I've already said I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it this way. And then if I change it, then people will think that I'm not, what is it, determined to do it the way that I had already said that I was going to do it. See, that's the thing that messes us up so much. Being concerned, I know we're concerned about what other people will say, but we have to do the thing that's best for us. So if we have to make some alterations during the course, we should do it. It's easy to get excited about something that's new. We get swept up in the initial enthusiasm for the benefits the change will bring. But as the work starts, the reality hits, challenges arise, unexpected hurdles get put in our way, obstacles that looked easily passable become more difficult, making progress slower and more grueling than originally envisaged. Okay? What looked easy, here we go, in the beginning, is much harder in the middle. So, as Harvard professor Rosabeth Moss Cantor says, everyone loves inspiring beginnings and happy endings. It's just the middles that involve hard work. How about that? We're on the right course with her, aren't we? Wait, hey, because we might have to make some changes while we're following this course. It doesn't mean we're giving up. Doesn't mean we failed. Some things just don't work. So is it always good to stay the course? Is it always good to stay the course? It's at this point that it's easy to waver, to become anxious and uncertain and wonder whether you are on the right track. You can start to question yourself or the ability of those around you to make the change happen. Teamwork can start to suffer as people look for someone to blame for the lack of progress, and your leadership might start to get questioned. As a leader, you have two options. That's one, two. You have two options, according to Michelle Gibbons. You have two options as a leader: lose your nerve or confront the challenges head on. And which one would you do? So here are 7 tips to see you through to the other side successfully. Okay? Now, we're on this course, but now we've come into and hit some snags, and we've got to make some adjustments. You have to make some adjustments, okay? Because there are obstacles on the course. Sometimes there are little holes. Have you ever been walking somewhere and all of a sudden you hit a little hole or a little dip and you stumble and sometimes you fall? Things like this are on the course. There are obstacles on the course. Sometimes there might be rocks, sometimes there might be weeds, sometimes there might be sticks in the road, different things like that on the path, depending on what path you're taking. But almost every path, there's some stumbling blocks, there are some obstacles in the way. But she is going to tell us how to either lose a nerve or confront the challenges head on. So here are 7 tips to see you through to the other side successfully. It's good to stay the course, but don't ever think that you cannot make some adjustments while you're on the course. This is very important, okay? Very important. Some people have stayed and they'll go through and be a drastic, tragic failure. Instead of making adjustments along the way, you're allowed to make adjustments. That's my point of view. Okay? So, number one here that Michelle Gibbons is telling us here are tips to help us to stay, to, to get to the other side successfully. Okay? Number one, be clear on the goal you're setting out to achieve and what every person involved needs to do to get there. Don't get sidetracked by interesting but irrelevant matters because things come to you just to get you off track. That's life. That's naturally and spiritually. We have to uh, Acknowledge that, okay? There are obstacles on the course. Number two, break the actions to secure this goal into bite sized pieces. Look at this. Secure this goal into bite sized pieces so that regular and meaningful progress can be regularly delivered. Highlight the progress, number three, being made and ensure it is visible to everyone. Let everyone know that we're making progress. We're making progress. Celebrate this progress in a way that is meaningful and share this success with relevant stakeholders. There's some people who they invest in you, they can emotionally invest in you, and depending on what project it is, they can financially or they can give their time, physical time, and give their thoughts, their inputs, and all that. So people do invest in it. So highlight the progress being made and ensure it is visible to everyone. Celebrate this progress in a way that is meaningful and share this success with relevant stakeholders. So number four, know where your and your team efforts will produce the most effective results. This is the old 80-20 rule. Focus on where you know you will get results. How about that? Focus on where you know you will get results. That's number four. Number five, work to eliminate the friction in the system that makes the progress you need to make harder than it needs to be. This may involve removing bureaucratic processes and unnecessary activities. Now remember, you're on the course, you're staying the course, but you have allowed yourself to make some alterations, do some tweaking, make a few changes in order to be successful while you're on the course to make it through to the other side successfully. See there? See there? Oh, this is good, isn't it? Thank you so much for being with me. So, number six, make it safe to fail. Listen to this. Make it safe to fail so that those involved are encouraged to try new things and new ways of working. Otherwise, they'll be discouraged from finding better and faster ways of achieving results. See there? You can stay the course, and while you're on the course, you can make alterations, you can make some changes, you can tweak it, you can fix it so that it'll come out and successfully on the end of the course. You get through. But while you're going through, you're making some little changes, you're tweaking, you're doing the best thing for whatever the project is on the course that you are on. And when you get to the other side, you will be successful. So, is it always good to stay the course? If that's the direction you're supposed to go in, yes. But I want you to know that you can do some tweaking, you can do some alterations, you can make little changes along the way in order to come out at the end of the course successfully. Like I said, there are rocks, there sometimes little holes, there's sometimes other things, obstacles in the way. Sometimes, have you ever, like grass? You know, grass grows sometimes and it grows together, and sometimes you can get your foot stuck in there, and depending on how strong that grass is together, sometimes it can trip you. Little things like that happen while you're on the course. So always know that you can do some tweaking, you can do some changes while you're on the course so you can come out on the other side victoriously, okay? Make it safe to fail, okay? So that those involved are encouraged to try new things and new ways of working.
Otherwise, they'll be discouraged from finding better and faster ways of achieving results. Let them know, hey, we might have to tweak some things along this course, but we're going to be successful when we get to the end of this course. Number 7, be open with your team about what's working and what isn't working. See, that's where you have to admit sometimes that the way you had it planned might not be working as it should, might not be working for the good, for the completion of the course. So you have to be honest with your team, be open with the team about what's working and what isn't working. And even if you're doing it yourself, you have to be open with yourself, be honest with yourself. Say, oh, hmm, I thought that would work, but no, so I'm going to have to figure out something different in order to make this work like I want it to work. Yes, be open and honest with yourself. If you're working with a team, be open and honest with the team. Seek their input on how the team can work together more effectively to secure more progress. You always stay the course. You can stay the course, but remember, allow yourself to realize and acknowledge that sometimes you have to do something different along the course, something that you might not have planned, but something that is good for it, better than what you already had planned. And you have to do some tweaking and some altering in order to make it successful. Okay? So, whilst it's hard battling through the middle, bravery and tenacity pay off. Working through the middle, okay? As former American President John Quincy Adams said, courage and perseverance have a magical uh, talisman before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish into air. Wow. Talisman. Let me see. It's not tail, it's talis. Talisman. So you know I have to go there, don't you? Okay. It's an object, typically an inscribed ring or stone that is thought to have magic powers and to bring good luck. Those things so fresh and gleaming were their talisman. Hmm. All right. Talisman, huh? That's a noun. That's a new word. Never heard that word before. Wow, that is neat. We learned a new word today. At least I did. Talisman, meaning subject believed to bring good luck or to keep its owner safe from harm. So John Quincy Adams is talking about something we call a good luck charm, maybe. Have a magical talisman before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish into air. Change happens, make it work. Change happens, make it work. So Michelle Gibbons is a change leadership and career expert and founder of Change Meridian. She works with global leaders and teams to help them accelerate progress. She is the author of Step Up, How to Build Your Influence at Work. And you can go to michellegibbings.com. Okay? That's B's. Two B's. Oh my goodness. Stay the course. This is wonderful. I like this. And Forbes is talking about business. So I want to just talk about stay the course in general. And then, like I think, did we mention changing horses in the middle of the stream? That is one of the phrases that can be used also and it warns against making major changes or alterations in a plan when one is already halfway through it. Don't change horses in the middle of the stream. We've heard that. Sometimes we have to maybe pull those horses on out of the stream and get us a new set of horses when we get across the way. Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes, life is tailored to every individual. Each individual has to do the best thing for his or herself. Okay? Why do we say don't change horses in midstream? And this is phrasefinder.org in the UK. Let's see. Why do we say that? What is the meaning of the phrase don't change horses in the midstream? Don't change your leader or your basic position when part way through a campaign or a project. Now, we just saw this happened here in the United States. President Biden stepped down from campaigning and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. And they are making tremendous progress. So what's the origin of don't change horses in midstream? They changed horses. It wasn't in midstream. It's farther on down up the stream. Okay, closer to the finish of the water of the stream, closer to the bank. Okay, so from 1864, an 1864 speech, Abraham Lincoln, in reply to delegation from the National Union League who were urging him to be their presidential candidate, an old Dutch farmer who remarked to a companion once that it was not best to swap horses when crossing streams. But we've already come to the conclusion that when we need to make some changes, when we need to do some tweaking, when we're on our course, then it's all right to do that. And we can come out successfully. And some people feel like they'll say, no, you don't need to make any changes. You need to continue as you are. But in life in general, sometimes, going back to this, we have to change horses in midstream. Sometimes we have to make drastic changes. We have to get a whole new team of horses in midstream. We can do it. If we have to get those to the bank and have another team of horses waiting on us, okay? And then we get back in there and keep on moving. Sometimes we have to tweak, alter in order to complete the course or stay the course. Some people feel like some people are so rigid about it. No, you can't make any changes. Don't make any changes. You've got to do it exactly like it's supposed to be done. Life is not like that at all. We all know that. During our days, we make changes. We might have decided to do one thing and then we say, oh no, I'll do that later or I'll do it another day. We make changes on a daily basis, and these changes are based on what we believe is the best course for us at that given time. So, should we stay the course? It's good to stay the course, but don't ever neglect to know and remember that it's all right to do some tweaking along the course, to do some alterations along the course, to cater that uh, course or tailor that course to you, the best thing for you. Be honest with yourself. When you get in the middle, when the difficulties arise, then you acknowledge the fact that you're in a difficult spot, that you might get stuck if you don't make some kind of decision to go a different way. That's life. Do you stay the course? You can stay the course, but always know that you can make some changes along the course that are beneficial to you and the success of completing the course. Because there are obstacles, I believe, in every course. In life, we know that we come across obstacles daily, but we don't fall out all the time. We don't faint. We don't lay down and kick and holler. We make alterations and we do some things. We tweak it and go on and do the best thing for us at that time so that we can get to where we are determined that we're going. Staying the course. It's good to stay the course, but then remember, please remember with everything in you that when you do stay the course, you can make some alterations. You can tailor that course for your success. Don't ever let people convince you that you cannot make some changes along the way. You can make changes. So, yes, stay the course, but make those changes that you need to make in order to finish the course and finish it successfully. I really appreciate you being with me today. And this subject was kind of because I didn't find exactly what I wanted to find in order to uh, talk about this, but I did find those pieces that I did present to you. And along the way, thank God, He feeds me as I go because I am determined. I pray and ask God to give me the topic that I need to present each time I come on here. I don't come on here just coming on here trying to throw things at you and oh this and that and they'll believe this and they'll believe that. I study and I, most of all, I've asked God to give me what to talk about. So, is it always good to stay the course? Yes, it's good to stay the course, but remember, you can make some alterations, you can tweak it along the way in order to be successful and get to the end of your course. What is it Paul said? I fought a good fight, I finished my course. Oh, yes, you can do it. But he had some obstacles along the way, some things happened, but he finished his course. And you too. And I'm not talking about death or whatever. I'm talking about whatever you have determined that you want to do in life. Seek God first and ask Him to give you the perseverance and the resilience in order to stay the course. And in the middle of the course, when difficulties arise or whatever comes up, whatever obstacles come up, that He will give you the knowledge, he will give you what you need in order to make it through the difficult part of the course and make it to the end of the course successfully. You can do it. I'm talking about life in general. If you've started something and you see that is detrimental to you and those around you in any kind of way and it's not good for you, then you will have to make some alterations, have to do some tweaking, and you might have to change horses in midstream. I guarantee. But you will come out on that course. If you change that team, get a better team, you will come out successfully. Thank you so much. I love you so much. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow is the from the biblical files of Dr. Mack. And then on Tuesday, God willing, I'll be back with Point of View. And Friday, God willing, and you know I say God willing because we don't know what's going to happen between now and the next microsecond, uh, will be the Mother's Board Inc. on Saturday. the Saturday evening Bible lesson session with Greater Gospel Temple and Inspiration of God Ministries. And on Sunday, again, will be the Sunday morning manna from heaven, Greater Gospel Temple and Inspiration of God Ministries. I love you so much. Please enjoy the remainder of your day. You are awesome. And I appreciate you for being here with me. Remember now, just remember, you can tweak the course, okay? While you're on that course, if you need to make some changes, make those changes and keep on going. I love you.